Okay, we're at 317 South Fleming. We're inside the enclosed porch. There are two entrances from this patio, and there are two entrances to the patio, one straight from the carport and one from the front of the house where the street is. We'll walk in this secondary door here. This one leads us right into the kitchen area. This is a very large room for a house of this size. You've got all of your appliances, certainly dated, but they're all here. And it is rolled linoleum on the floor, but as you can see, it's really a generous, very generous sized space for a house of this size. So absolutely have an ability to have an eat-in kitchen. As you're going to see throughout, this is really going to be resurfacing, but structurally it seems to be in pretty decent shape. Our mechanicals are a little aged, but you can tell there's been some good maintenance kept on them with the ductwork and everything that's in here. They're certainly weren't treated poorly. The flooring here obviously gives a little bit of concerns, but that just could be age, it could be moisture at some point, but it doesn't appear to be anything recent. This front room here where the other doorway is would be the living space, the general living area. It's a little narrow, but it is long. It's a good space to have. Again, structurally, we're looking pretty good here. There's nothing that's jumping off of the page. Now, there is obviously paneling on the walls here, which can mask some of those things. But as I'm looking at the door and looking at the windows, I'm not seeing anything that is throwing up some red flags that we would normally associate with this. So two really good sized living spaces for a house of this size. We'll head to the back here where there are two bedrooms and one bathroom. First bedroom off here to the left. So wood floors here on the back side of the house. They're in decent shape. I would, for a house of this size and cost, certainly throwing down some vinyl planks is the way to go with this. Even I can recognize that, even though I love wood floors. It's just probably not worth it to resurface these. Our second bedroom here, similar as the first. This one has a little bit bigger closet. Here's our first sign of a settlement crack, but where it's located and that there's nothing else that really coincides with it, I'm not really concerned too much about it. There's obviously some sort of separation that's gone on here. That's just not just normal, cracks from old plaster and everything. But again, not something I'm really concerned about. Our windows throughout are the original windows. So at some point, we want to make sure that we're taking care of those. But they do appear to be in pretty good condition for the most part. And then your standard 3-piece bath set here. So resurfacing throughout, I think, is really the right thing to do about this. There's no really other things that need to be done from an interior perspective. As long as the mechanicals and foundation, everything check out, it's a really pretty quick turn on what you need to do with this one. So let's take a look outside here. That one's locked, so we'll go out the front door here. All right, walk around here on the side. There's a little bit of water damage up here, but nothing too dramatic. Most of the eave overhangs on here look to be in decent shape. Nice carport here, installed well, in pretty good shape. Again, nothing alarming about it. Take a look here in the backyard. Decent sized backyard, fully fenced in. Allows us to take a look here at the back of the house. So the back of the house here, looks like this may have been a cinder block or some other structure, really hard to tell, but that's some plaster type material that's put over it. You can see separation cracks, but to me, that's just normal wear and tear stuff. I'm not seeing anything that's really causing any issues. You know, some of the woodwork on the outside of the house here probably needs to be addressed. Certainly at minimum needs to be treated, but I think there's probably some replacement that needs to be done on some of these. Looks like a bird's nest or something up there, so there might be a breach getting up into the attic that we want to make sure that we're addressing. But other than that, really nothing that I'm seeing from this side of the house. All right, let's take a look around towards the front. Okay, so again, definitely want to put some treatments and everything on the wood up here. Maybe replace some of it, but nothing too dramatic here. And again, the same plaster over cinder blocks or something like that that's over the front of this house. It's not the most attractive thing, but certainly makes maintenance a lot easier. And then similar outcome here on this side of the house. You know, all of these edges here have this same sort of old press board, OSB, whatever you want to call it, in there that just needs to be replaced. But again, shouldn't be too expensive to do. Windowsills look old, weathered, probably need to be replaced, but again, that's not really expensive to do. So take a look at the numbers on this one. This one definitely, quiet neighborhood here, really could be a good income generator for you. All right, thanks a lot.